Time's up. Have your own.
Here it comes.
Howdy all, welcome back to your monthly dose of anime. We're at Anime Odyssey, where we weeb out because everybody else gives us dirty looks when we do it on other shows. When we do this,
yeah,
they do. They
do.
Yeah, they don't like it, but we do it.
They're lesser people.
Yeah, so we're here to talk some anime. Dermy, how much anime have you watched in the past month besides what we watched for
the past month?
Yeah.
I've been watching on Sundays. What I've been doing, because I've been taking Sundays off now,
Which
I
is
just
good.
log
It's
into
healthy.
I've been logging into Crunchyroll and getting caught up on stuff. So I've been watching
catching up.
anime.
Yeah,
I've been watching.
You're not like me. You're behind on a couple seasons, so
I'm behind on seasons, and also I'm trying to keep up to date on a couple shows. Again, there's that Cyber Exorcist.
The one with the blue. Listen, yeah.
I'm
waiting for that
been
one.
watching that. That's pretty damn good.
I'm waiting for that one.
I like what they've been doing with it. So
I got another 4 weeks before I can watch that one.
There's also what was the other anime that I was watching?
I think Jack of All Trades is one you.
Jack of All Trades, that's fucking good.
I'm looking forward to that one too.
Good.
Love that.
And then I need to get caught back up on Fate, and I'm saving Hell's Paradise for later. And I'll check out Jujutsu Kaisen. I like part 2 of season 2.
I got over that one after season 1, especially when I saw how it was ending. I thought, wow, this is dumb. I don't want any part of this.
I want to at least watch it to get
it's
it. And
fine.
there's some good animation that they're doing in season 2. They did some rotoscoping and stuff. So not season 2, season 3. That rotoscoping is not my favorite thing, but at the same time, it is cool to see. So
I have watched a crap ton of anime in the past month. I went through all 5 seasons of Food Wars because I just wanted to. I wanted something fun, and I just wanted to. Then I think I did this before. I think I did. I don't know. I think I mentioned this last time. I did a show called Undead Unluck, season 1.
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
you didn't
yeah.
talk. I don't know if you talked about that last
Oh,
time, but
I
you did tell me
discovered
about
that one, and that was from a couple of years ago. And I only noticed it because it's a mini arc called Winter Arc was part of this season, and it aired. It was only 2 episodes, and they're getting ready for season 2. So I really liked that one. So, but that was right before this. I also just burned through a second rewatch of a show called Crimson Ragna, which I had really enjoyed the first time, and I thought I've seen this. I don't remember it, and then I remembered it as I was watching it, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm hoping it gets season 2, but I don't think it'll happen for a while because when I looked at the source material, the mangaka is very slow. It's one of those ones that comes out only every couple months. So the first season covered up to volume 11, and they're only on volume 16 right now.
The
so
other
it's
anime that I need to look into is Sentenced to be a Hero.
If I've seen that one, I don't recognize it. Maybe because I didn't see the.
It is a newer one. By the way, Gordon Freeman. Yes, I am well aware of his latest one, Harmful Opinions, released a new video. It's 30 minutes long. I will take
probably not gonna cover that till Saturday though, right?
Might not be till Saturday till I can get a look at it, or like early tomorrow, like before Ballbusters and stuff.
Yeah, because unfortunately we don't talk VTubers on this show.
Yeah, that's the downside, Gordon Freeman. This one is just strict anime.
This is
no drama, no
pure anime. And then for today, we were watching Jobless Reincarnation season 1, which was only supposed to be part 1, but then Jeremy took the initiative and watched the whole thing.
Okay, so here, we're going to talk more about
which I'm fine. This is my second watch through. I'm fine. I'm good.
Here's the reason I decided to go like further into it. Part 1 is, I'm just going to say it. It's a comedy that is just people fucking for the most part until like the very end when it starts getting a little heavier. It's just constant gooning and shit like that. And yeah, they were mixing in some serious
stuff. You didn't know what was going on. I mean,
you really don't know what's happening. There's no like core to the story except episodic, watch a kid grow up and go through life.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's some very good stuff there, but it wasn't.
The thing is this. It's a reincarnate thing because the guy was a shut-in his previous life, and you get more of that. You learn why as the season goes on, that he got super bullied in school and he didn't know how to deal with it. So he completely shut himself down and became a leech off his family. And by understanding now, when you watch the whole thing, his family repeatedly tried to reach out to him and he just wouldn't hear it. He blamed the world for everything. He didn't want to accept anything like that because he tried to be a good person in high school and he got destroyed for it, and it crushed his confidence. And then he became a gooner shut-in, a degenerate gooner shut-in. I mean, a disgusting type too.
He neat through and through to the point that I think they don't really say it, they imply it. He was watching some hardcore prawn when he was supposed to be at
that's the thing.
Funeral.
His parents' funeral. He skipped the parents' funeral to jerk off, and his siblings came home, beat the shit out of him, and threw him out. Which,
wasn't wrong. They weren't wrong for doing that because
he was a good person that didn't try to fix himself. So he became a creep, not a bad person, just a creep and a lech. But then he died trying to do the right thing by helping out some kids who were going to get hit by a truck. And then he got reincarnated. Although even to this moment, even when you get into season 2, which you've started, but we're not going to talk season 2 today, you still don't know who reincarnated him. The man god did not reincarnate him, even though he claims that Orsted did it. We know Orsted definitely didn't do it. The dragon god. You know who I'm talking about? Orsted, the guy who killed the guy.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So Orsted didn't do it, and the man god says he didn't do it. But the man god, who is very flamboyant.
Well, he's also the same voice actor as what's his name from Dr. Stone. Not hypnotist,
I know you're talking about the mentalist.
Yeah, the mentalist. They have the same voice actor, so it shows.
And it's also the man god is also the same voice actor. I've heard it on because I originally did my first watch through with JP because this did not get dubbed until way later. This time I'm watching it with the dub, but same JP voice actor. I recognize him when he does a lot of the kind of flamboyant particular voice actor. But yeah, but man god didn't do it. So here's the thing. So you were right to say that the first 11 episodes are kind of a mishmash because you start this series and Rudy gets reincarnated. And here's the thing. We never know his original name from his Japanese life. We don't know his name. Never learn it. Even as far as I am in season 2. Never learn it. Gets reincarnated, but it's one of these things where he gets reincarnated with all his memories. So he's literally a 34-year-old man.
44.
44? It was 44. Okay, 44?
44.
Okay. Thank you. I missed that. Okay. Thank you. So 44-year-old man in a child's mind, in a child's body. So, which is why he approaches everything from an adult.
And he very much enjoyed the look of his mother's tits at birth.
Yeah, but then he said, wait a minute, I'm not getting turned on by this. That's because she's my mom. So they quickly got away from it once he realized, wait, it's my mom. Zenith, listen, the women in this show. Oh, I mean, we're gonna jump around. But this show hits every mark of anime girl horny.
Anime girl fan service up the wazoo, but at the same time, great story, great comedy, something that actually tackles you're rooting for everybody, hits depression really well, and at the same time, his dad can't quit fucking.
Paul is a scumbag. Grey Rat is a scumbag.
He's a scumbag, but that you love.
Yeah,
and he needs to quit fucking.
Yeah, well, he does eventually. Although, I mean. So you have Zenith, who is just smoking hot healer, gigantic rack, beautiful. Lelia, the housemaid, who was Paul's classmate, we learn, but then she came to Maine, and of course she seduced him. Now, I mean, it's Leila's fault. She admitted it. She seduced him to come in. I mean, it's like you're
is it really seducing if all it was hey,
that scene where she retells it, she leaves the robe and she's sponge bath, she's rag washing herself. The fan service is a very strong B+ in this. It's a very strong B+. You need nipple for A-. You need nipple for A territory. It's a very strong B+. And you just get all that side boob, and then Paul just goes, just wanders in there, can't stop himself because he's a scumbag. But then that scene, the following scene of the reveal that he cheated on Zenith under their own roof. That's a powerful. This show, the mangaka and the directors and the anime, everybody involved in this, they know how to say it and how to not treat anything lightly.
They start treat so like we're obviously already jumping around, but that whole scene because for a long time they couldn't get pregnant. Well, Paul Rudius was the firstborn.
Yeah.
First try, even though he wasn't supposed to be there at all. So
we learned. That's later on. There was never, according to Orsted, Paul Grey Rat was never supposed to have a son. So somebody fucked with the timeline.
Yes. But then on top of that, you end up seeing like the same day, Zenith is pronounced, I'm pregnant again and I'm going to have a kid. The maid goes like, I'm with child.
Yeah.
And they treat it both as a joke and serious at the same time, which is, I think, the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Where it's like, because prior to this, you've been dealing with like a lot of more comical moments and a lot of more comical stuff. Maybe a serious moment here or there, like when Rudius goes out into public for the first time with the help of his teacher.
That's so important. But we'll come back to that.
We'll come back to that. Yeah. But they're doing like that perfect balance, or when he pulls down what's her name's
Sylphie's
pants
because he thought she was a boy. It's
he
very
thought it was
uncomfortable.
legitimate.
I mean, we know she's a girl. We know she's a girl. It's fucking obvious.
The whole time.
But he didn't get it, and he realized, no, you're going, Rudy, don't do it. Rudy, stop.
And then Paul. And then Paul's all like, bro, dude, son, listen, I know you want to get with her, be smooth. And it's like, no, he just wants to be friends. He's just retarded. Oh my God, my son's just retarded.
Well, this is a world where they expect you to be sexually active as soon as you hit puberty in this world. Yeah. It's like, it's just because
everybody be fucking.
Eris's own father threw her into his room when she was 13 and he was 10.
They expect you to be fucking all the time. But anyways,
yeah, I guess
you get to that. You get though to the pregnancy scene.
Yeah.
And Paul's over there depressed. And Rudy does the best.
In the room. They don't want to let him in there. And go.
And Rudy does his best to try to go like help him out. And he purposely just stabs him in the back.
Well, he throws him under the bus
throws him under the bus
situation.
Sorry, Paul. You're a scumbag.
You're a scumbag. But here's the thing. Rudy's borderline no better. I mean, here's the thing. All right. With all three ladies in Rudy's life, you can see where this is going, right?
Yes, all three of them. There's one obvious one that he's probably going to get with, even though I don't want that to be the one.
We have a harem on our hands here.
Well, yes.
We have a harem. It's Eris, it's Roxy, and it's Sylphie. All of them. And here's the
correct answer.
Eris is also the correct answer, but then again, I have a thing for the warrior girls.
Listen, Eris is a close second. Roxy is you know
she's
what?
40. You've learned she was 30 years old when she was his tutor.
Yeah, now, but she was still do 200, so you know
she wasn't grooming him though. She was not grooming him. He has an unhealthy obsession over her with the holy relic.
Yes,
the holy relic.
The holy relic.
The holy relic, which Lelia holds on to.
Yes. Hey, that's a good maid. That is a good maid.
She's a very good maid. Hey, listen. Yes. I would like Lelia to wash my.
When it comes to the reason I always choose Sylphie, I'm choosing Sylphie is sweet innocence and
Sylphie's nothing wrong with Sylphie. I can't spoil anything. You're in season 2. I cannot spoil anything. You're going to get there. We could talk about this later, but it's good stuff. Season 2 has some very good heartwarming moments, which you're getting towards now. You're almost at the halfway point where you are. Where you told me. Point is, I like Eris because. Even though technically Sylphie is his first love because she loved him ever since they first met, but he didn't see her that way. Even though it was a friendship. It wasn't love for him. It was just good friends because his first friend in that world, or maybe even ever, really, a good friend. It was important. Roxy, his hot for teacher. And I mean, Roxy's going to play a role in all this. But then Eris. The shit he goes through with Eris and Ruijerd on their journey, that's bonds that don't get easily broken.
Ruijerd is best man, by the way.
Oh, Ruijerd's a bro. Ruijerd's a bro, dude. He's a bro. And his arc is nice and cool.
It's good.
The layers of all these characters. I mean, I'm going to say something at the end of the conversation. I'm going to wait for it for the end of the conversation that might make a lot of people angry in the chat or comments later on. But I've said this before, but now I'm going to have some evidence to back it up. Point is, though, so the layering of this world building, that's going back to the whole point where we got on this. The season 1, part 1, the first 11 episodes, it's layering this very complicated world and all these very complicated characters. These are not shallow characters by any means, none of them. And Rudius most of all because he's carrying the guilt and baggage of his previous life, and he is determined to not screw it up this time. He's been given a second chance in every weeb's dream, the fantasy world, and it's not as though it's not just isekai. He's reincarnated, so it is his world. He wasn't just dropped there like another character you're going to meet later. He is part of this world. He has mana. He has abilities. He cares about it because he has roots there. And even though he remembers his old life, his new family is his family, and he does love them, even though him and Paul have a very weird relationship. Because
I think it's I don't think it's a weird relationship. I think it's a perfect father-son relationship.
It's an odd one because you have a guy who's an adult looking to another guy as his father, who he is his father. It's a weird thing. And so at times it's an oddly perfect blending of the adult but the child at the same time, because the adult who he was in Japan was so, and I use this word in not the way we normally use it, in the retarded version of his growth as a human being and a man, because a 44-year-old shut in neat. You're not a man. You don't do anything. You haven't done anything. You haven't earned anything. Yeah. And Rudius earns everything in the second life. He does. He practices and he figures it out, and he fails a lot. I mean, when they encounter Orsted on that mountain, he dies. He was dead until Nanahoshi said to Orsted, whispers that, and Orsted brought him back to life for reasons you'll learn sort of in season 2. But back to something else we're bringing up. It starts off, you don't know what you're watching. I remember when I watched this a few years ago, I realized, what am I watching here? Okay, slice of life. Okay. The episodes are sort of saying, oh, we're doing immediate time skips. And I appreciate the immediate time skips. I mean, I really do like it when a show doesn't stay locked into a certain time period if we want to see characters grow. And I like the way the time skips are done in this. It's just a nice, clean passage of time. And you watch characters grow and change everything. And I think the animation is top notch in this.
Animation is, I think it's good. There's some aspects of it that I don't like. Mainly at night. I don't like the when they do I don't know if they're doing a filter, but if you watch it at night, they'll do like speckles around everything to try to make it a little harder to see.
Sometimes.
And I don't like that look. I've never been a fan.
But it's high quality. There's no reusing of cells. The combat, this is A+ combat, dude. A+ S tier. I'll say S tier combat. They do not pull punches. Every move because you don't get a lot of it with Ghislaine, but Eris's combat and Ruijerd's combat, that's just
well, you do see some of Ghislaine when she's training with Eris.
A little bit, but in the serious combat, that's just training.
Oh yeah, serious.
And of course, we mentioned Ghislaine. We get the muscle mommy. Hello, big titty.
She's big titty.
Her ass is hard. It's all muscle. At one point,
ass was terrifying.
He's poking her ass, and it's just a muscle.
That ass was terrifying.
It is terrifying.
That was not what I wanted to see. That ass actually ruined her for me. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm still throwing one to Ghislaine. I'm not into muscle mommies normally, but I'm throwing those tits.
Listen, one go around is fine, but I like.
She'll break you.
She will break me, and I will probably be happy, but I'll never do it again. I will say though, that ass terrifies me.
Because there's no fat. There's no fat at all, and he's just poking it. It's hard, and the maid walks in. He's like, "What?"
I also love how the grandfather, he purposely gets beasts just to fuck
them.
To fuck them.
Listen, this is the proper kind of beast people. Just the ears and the tails. Maybe occasionally a little dot nose, but otherwise they're all human. It's fine. Ain't no furry shit going on here. The whole thing is just so good. And then and I like the way it happens, because then you think, okay, he's gonna go tutor somebody who just happens to be in his bloodline, but it's distant enough that it's not creepy. The way once he ingratiates himself with Eris, who also loves him essentially from the start, she falls in love with him because you watch how protective she is over him over time, and even she says, "Okay, I guess we can do a little bit," and only a little bit.
She's also a tsundere.
Total tsundere. So total. She is a classic total.
If she had green hair, she'd be Gal.
So, yeah, but thing is, think about a good tsundere is that they evolve. And as a character, Eris evolves. She does learn. The harsh, horrible creature that she is when Rudy first meets her changes for the better. And she only gets better as it goes on. And that's why I'm a fan of Eris. And even with the way it ends, we'll get to that in a bit. I still am not angry at her because there's a line you're going to get in season 2 that's going to help really understand it. It even helps Rudy understand it a little bit more at that point. But wow, so we've been jumping around. I'm not even sure where to go at this point. But
well, we already explained. Okay, so pretty much reincarnated. It's a kid who's advanced at magic as well.
Well, he practices it. He discovers that.
Yeah, but he's
with
really
an adult
good.
mind, he grasps it early, is the thing.
Yes, he's really good. He's advanced for his age. He gets a demon teacher named Roxy, because I also love how they treat demons in this world. They aren't
evil
demons. They're another race.
It's the race. Being. Yeah. So that's always a good toss in sometimes, because the only evil was the god Laplace, who basically tricked them into going to war against the rest of the world.
And also Roxy's story is also great. But you have Rudius and all this. So like the way it builds up, he ends up going off to tutor his cousin, for lack of a better term.
Maybe a couple times, once or twice removed.
Yeah. And you're getting,
because she's a different branch. She's Boreas, he's Noctis.
Yes.
So they're related, but not so that we're going to get a deformed baby.
More or less, like she's because her dad's his brother's cousin, and her grandfather is the uncle to Paul.
Yeah.
Who's the father. So figure that math out. You guys do it. Anyways, though, he goes there, and for the longest time, like the story is, hey, there's serious shit, there's kidnappings, there's beatings, but it's also mixed in with comedy. It's being mixed in with lightheartedness. And for the most part, the first, I want to say it's not 10 episodes, it's 6 or 7 episodes. It's very not slice of lifey, but very episodic. It feels like, where it is building out the world, but it doesn't feel like there's stuff here yet.
All right, there's no driving force to this show, and that's where I think you would think that a guy like me wouldn't be interested, because we're in a fantasy world. There's no driving force. No one's a hero. Oh, wait a minute, it's not about that.
Well, so there wasn't a driving force.
But then
until there was a driving force.
But it's still not a kind of save the world type of thing. It's basically a disaster recovery. Because
I would agree with that.
After Rudius, because Rudius went to tutor Eris because he wanted to earn money for tuition to go to school for himself and Sylphie, so they could go to, say, mad school where he thinks they could learn and grow. And Paul hooks him up after punching him out and handing him over to muscle mommy Ghislaine. And I love that letter, though, with Paul. Do whatever you want with your cousin, but leave that big-breasted muscle brain to me. He realized then Paul's still going to be a scumbag if he had the chance. Because,
I was the only one that ever made her purr.
Yeah. And then he says, don't show this and then don't show this to anybody. And then Rudy says, I'm going to send this back to Venus. And Ghislaine goes, yes, send this back. Send this back. Get him in trouble. Nobody likes Paul. Well, none of his old companions like him. They all hate him.
But the other aspect is also, he's not just there to tutor his cousin. He's also there to tutor Ghislaine, because Ghislaine doesn't know how to read, write,
neither
or do math.
As a young noblewoman, Eris doesn't know how to do it. That's the thing. She thinks, I have people to do things for me.
Yes.
And Rudy eventually breaks down those walls and says, you need to know this stuff. And he figures out how to be a good teacher, how to balance work life and get everything done. And then he wins her over by her birthday party, or her 10th birthday party, when she can't dance because she's now she's a prodigy. She's a combat prodigy. Eris is a combat prodigy. But she doesn't know how to translate anything else. And he realizes that, wait a minute, if I tell her to treat it like a sword maneuver, she'll get it. And that's when they were already connecting, but that's when they completely connect. And they make the promise when she's when he's 15 and she's 17, she will jump his bones.
Oh, yeah.
And Rudy, the unapologetic gooner, which I love that he is, unapologetic gooner, unapologetic pervert, he says, yes, I will now contain myself for the next several years. I will do it. It'll be great. But then a disaster strikes because on his 10th birthday, Eris gives him this fantastic staff, which
his 10th birthday, by the way.
His 10th birthday.
Not her 10th birthday.
She's
because
12,
they're
he's 10.
Yeah, they're 2 years apart. Yeah. They only celebrate birthdays every 5 years. That's another aspect.
And after 15, they don't. After 15, you're an adult and you're on your own. Yes. But they go out to celebrate. He's going to show them a spell where they can't hurt anything, him, Ghislaine, and Eris. But then they've been noticing this weird red sphere floating in the sky for about a week or so now, a month or so. And now you're starting to get things, because in this point now, they've built the world, and we learned that one of the original heroes who saved the world from Laplace, the demon emperor, the demon lord Laplace, he's on that floating island, and he realizes something is wrong. Sends down one of his dudes who, for some reason, thinks Rudy's involved with it, which was a little jumping to conclusions.
Still don't know what the fuck's going on there, but that scene's also really good, because that scene at this whole time, there's this bigger world, and you're like, okay, well, okay, what the fuck's happening? They then start cutting away as like this mana buildup is happening to show you dragon guy whose name is escaping. Orsted. They show you Orsted. They show you a demon empress. They show you people.
The first time you see her, she's like, she's a crazy little lolly. Ah! She's insane, but she's funny as hell.
She's funny as hell, but completely insane. But you just start seeing everybody like noticing the mana, and they're building out the world more and more. And you're like, what the fuck's happening? That's where the show really starts to take that turn.
It's done on purpose. It's lulled you into this nice, comfortable feeling. So I'm sitting here, I'm enjoying this. I like these characters. They're all growing. They're evolving. Their relationships are really strong. And then suddenly, the mana displacement disaster happens. And essentially, a third of that kingdom, that entire realm, it's not the Asuran kingdom, but that whole realm gets annihilated in a mass teleportation spell. And we're talking tens of thousands of people get scattered across the world, literally all over the world. And it works.
You can teleport anywhere. It's not like, hey, I'm now just here in land. You could teleport at the bottom of a river and in the sky, anywhere in the world you can teleport, and you have a chance of just dying.
And if you were touching somebody, you teleported to the same place. That's a very important thing, because as it's happening and you get the flashbacks, Ghislaine's trying to get back to Rudy and Eris, because the dude who went to fault them, he fucked off back to the floating palace. So Ghislaine's trying to get them. She doesn't make it. She gets picked up, and Rudy's trying to run, but Eris is too stunned. And then Rudy, doing the right manly thing, throws himself on top of her to protect her. So they get teleported to the demon continent. Meanwhile, we learn later that back at Grey Rat House, the family is standing in the window watching it. Paul was holding Norn. And
one of the two daughters.
Yeah, one of his sisters. And Zenith wasn't touching anybody. But then Lelia, when she's coming, quickly grabs up Aisha. Just the right mother thing to do to protect her daughter, and they get thrown into the river, like you said. Poor Sylphie, who wasn't touching anybody because she was at the Grey Rat home too, she got tossed into the air, and she ends up, as we'll learn right away, it's not part of season 2, it's the bridge. She's falling into the royal palace of Asura. So you got thrown out, and Paul and Norn got tossed into the middle of fucking nowhere, and thousands of people just got thrown everywhere. And where you are in season 2, you're going to learn of Zenith very soon. You're going to learn about that. You're coming up on that at the end of the season. So people got thrown everywhere, and suddenly, wow, disaster.
Massive world-shaking disaster. This is also when you first meet the man god.
Man god, who is, what I like about that is that you could see him, but you can't.
Yes,
with the way the animation was, you could see his features, his outlines, and he's just ever so slightly out of focus.
They did it really well, where he's basically drawn like I was noticing this, and I thought it was just the way I had my camera set up and stuff, but no, I finished it off on my big TV in darkness and everything with perfect styles, and it's like, no, he's purposely
that way.
designed to be so that you can barely see him. He's fuzzy. He's in this like purplish mist, and they drew his facial features with like, hey, we're gonna same shade of purple, maybe just a little darker to draw him out. So it becomes really hard to see what he looks like.
And here's the fascinating. Now we think that Rudy had made all this progress with himself, but we learned that his astral image is still that of his old self. So he hasn't quite come all the way yet. And he thinks he's dead at first. That's it, I'm dead. But no, Man God now starts to give him advice, just point him in directions. Because for some reason, the Man God has a vested interest in Rudy. He says because it's amusing, and I think that is part of it. He's amused at watching Rudy's adventures. But he has a purpose. At this point, I still don't know what it is. But Man God yells him to trust the man you're about to find and try to help him the best you can. Now, Rudy's very resistant to this, but he'll soften over time for the Man God because the Man God doesn't steer him wrong. He doesn't. Rudy he follows it to the letter, but he doesn't know what he's trying to do. Sometimes he also does what the Man God doesn't expect. Yes. And that makes it a little bit worse. Which I think we'll get to it. I think there's an example of that. Eris and Rudy get dumped on what's called the demon continent. Now, fortunately, because Rudy had taken very keenly to education, he learned languages. He learned the demon language. He learned the beast language. So he can speak there. And they meet Ruijerd, a Superb, who were a race of demons that served Laplace, but they got turned into berserkers by Laplace, who betrayed them. Everybody views Superbs essentially as like pure evil demons. Even demons on that continent don't like Superbs. They're the boogeymen. They are the boogeymen. They have a very unique look to them. Green hair, gem in the of top of the head, which is one of the things that was very keen on Sylphie as well, because she originally had green hair, so they thought she was a Superb, but she didn't have the third eye. She's a half elf. Yeah. Yeah. So it's really interesting. So now you have this person who is a boogeyman who tells that you are not supposed to like. They eat children. And he's nothing of what they were told. He is a guy who has we would call Ruijerd by if we were to call him by alignment, he's lawful good. Ruijerd is lawful. Well, he's lawful good in terms of I will do everything for the sake of good. I will punish evil. I will protect children. That's why I'm saying lawful good, not chaotic good. Because to him, all evil must be smited. There is no in between. Smite evil. Well, my argument, I don't know if he would be lawful good. I don't know where he would line up. Lawful good might be the best thing, but I don't see a lawful good just also mindlessly killing people that are just evil. I would say he doesn't hesitate to kill them. If he says if they're evil, and that's because there is no in between. There's no discussing it. That's why I'm saying lawful good. I mean, there's a debate to be had there, maybe. But alignment, I would say lawful good because he cannot tolerate evil. He cannot tolerate. It takes everything. It takes all of Rudy's convincing sometimes for him to swallow it and not do it. But that's when he starts to soften, realize there may be other ways. But then, of course, when they butcher the smuggler's ring, that deservedly so. Yes. But so he befriends Ruijerd and he starts to learn the truth. And Eris reacts poorly at first, but as soon as she sees what a badass he is, she immediately. That's the thing. Eris is a simple creature. She's very simple, and you love her for it. Yes, you do. And she's also a badass too, because she cuts that giant red demon cobra in half. She cuts it in half. That's why I love fantasy worlds where, because then women could be badasses and you don't really have to have an explanation. It's a fantasy world. They can be, they can have mega strength. It's fine with the training. And it's just really fun to watch their adventure now. We get a backstory. We get a bit of backstory on Roxy. They end up in her village, and they learn more about that. Her race lives to be 200 years old. I mean, we really thought she was maybe 14 years old while she was sitting outside Paul and Zenith's room while they were constantly banging, basically, touching
every
herself
night.
constantly.
Essentially, if you live out in the country, you know what the coyotes sound like when they're howling at night. That's what it's like with the mom. It's every night.
God, it's terrible. And here, Rudy doesn't give a shit because he is an adult in there, and he's like, "Yep, all right, whatever."
Yeah,
whatever.
No, he don't give a fuck.
But Layla and Roxy, they were turned on and constantly in the presence of the passion of the gray rats,
smelling it.
But so we learned that Roxy left home, went on adventures, and hasn't been back. And we get more of Roxy's story later, which is very
it's sad.
Touching. It's sad but touching that she's able to overcome it in that moment. And because what we learn later, that Roxy, her race, her race of demons, they're telepathic and they only speak in telepathy to each other. But she can't do it. All she hears is clicking noises.
Yeah, she can't do telepathy. It's so she's technically deaf. She is a deaf version of an actual version of the deaf chick from Starfleet, like an actual version of that. What it would actually
she's
be
handicapped.
like.
She's handicapped, and because you get that when she's now to fit this in, Roxy decides to be a part of the party to go help look for people. So she and a couple of Paul's old companions.
A nympho,
Lisa Lane,
and a dwarf.
Well, you haven't re-met her in season 2 yet, have you?
No.
You're gonna learn why she has to fuck all the time. You're gonna learn why. There's a reason that she fucks everything in sight. It's a good reason. It's a legitimate good reason. I'm not fucking around. It's a legitimate good reason, and she has a great arc in season 2. Fantastic arc. So, but in the first season here, she's literally fucking 5-10 dudes at a time because she's insatiable, and a dwarf who's an old party member of Paul's, and they head to the demon continent to look for Rudy because Paul said in a letter, Rudy, don't bother looking for me. I'm not worried about my son. He can take care of himself. I'm going to find my wife and my daughters. That's what I'm going to do. And that leads to a misunderstanding later, but we'll get to that. And so Roxy, of course, barely misses Rudy when they're in the port city because she's so freaked out by Rudy.
And I also think that's why who Man God wanted him to meet is her.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Because the way he was saying it is, take some food, but you'll see somebody important. And I think he wanted her to.
I think he was supposed to meet the demon empress so that he get the demon eye. He wanted them to get that demon eye.
But like the reason why I say I think it's that is because they missed each other by like a split second.
It is split second because Roxy has a true fear of superds, especially Rudy, who has the nickname Dead End, and Rudy's cleverness. They named their party Dead End to freak people out. And also Rudy's mission now is to rehabilitate the name of the superd, and it's a good thing because it's a great arc for Rudy as he learns to not be so angry all the time. And we learned that
gentle.
He's actually a very kind, gentle man who only wants to protect things. That's it. But so Roxy misses Rudy by literally, she's running down one lane, he's going the other way. Here's Rudy, here's her. She runs, but he's going forward. She goes like that, misses him by a second, right at the demon eye moment. But then she ends up when they can't find him, she decided to visit home. She's guilty to go home, and it's a very touching reunion. But it's also a little eerie because, from her perspective, it's a village of silence because nobody talks out loud. And she thinks she's hated, which is an ongoing theme in this. People misinterpret things all the time. Mm-hmm. And the reunion with her parents is very touching.
Oh, it's a hard scene to watch.
It's touching.
It's hard not to get a little teary-eyed.
Oh, there are a lot of misty moments in this show. And then she learns that Rudy was there and he's long gone and on his way back. And the problem is this, though, in order to get back, after many misadventures on the demon continent for Rudy Eris and Rudy Jared, aka Dead End, where they learn about each other and they learn a lot of things, and Rudy learns that he could fuck up because he gets people killed by accident.
Yeah.
He gets
people killed, and also Reed ends up seeing that he's willing to kill for them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of misunderstandings and learnings and stuff like that, but it's great storytelling. It's great storytelling. We even learned that the horse dude who was giving them shit wasn't such a bad guy because he was friends with Roxy.
Yeah. He just gives newbies shit. That's his whole thing.
Yeah. But then running into the real deal set him straight.
Yes.
So it's a lot of great character building stuff. And then you get to then it's essentially deep into season 2. Or season 1 part 2, where they get across the ocean to the
utilizing smugglers
because it's the only way.
Which there's a very good, like, they don't know how to get across the ocean. They're scared to do it. Rudy is about to sell this a very good staff that
Eris gave him for his birthday.
Eris's family gave him for his birthday.
No, Eris gave it to him. She saved her money and bought it for him.
Oh, it was Eris? I thought it was
Eris. No, it was Eris. That was what she saved her allowance for, essentially. All those years. It's from Eris. That's why it's so important, that staff. That's from her.
Which is extremely expensive. He's about to go sell it in order to help get him across. Regard stops him, says, "You need to actually be working with us. We're a team. Trust in me. We'll figure it out.
And that's the thing.
I'll put away my beliefs so that we can try and get across the ocean. I'll set aside my belief."
Yeah. And he sucks it up.
Yeah.
And because he hears some heinous shit while he's held. And they get across. We learn Eris is and there's classic anime trope. Eris, I'm so excited to be on the ocean. Bleh! Seasickness. And then of course Rudy sees her tits. Her early tits, and he's just like, eh. He does the Rudy thing. It's just so many good. At one point, there's a scene at one point where he's earned a little affection, and he says, "You might be dreaming. You're not dreaming." And he just tweaks her tit, and she knocks him out.
The whole
you're not dreaming.
Well, we know you're not dreaming because you punched me.
Yeah, I love it. But they get across, and then there's the next part of this where, again, lessons are learned because Rudy goes to pick up Ruijerd and discovers the smugglers are smuggling kids. They're essentially traffickers now. They're traffickers for all kinds of stuff. And
potentially Eris's family.
Potentially. Although those beast people there were well-paid servants, and I don't the girl there, she didn't seem to have a problem getting fucked. She didn't see the
true, but at the same time, it's a potential. We don't know.
Potential. Rudy said, "I think I know," but they seemed like well-paid servants there. They weren't slaves.
Well,
they
you can still buy a
slave freedom. Well, they do. Listen, slavery exists in this world, and it has a certain. You're going to get an example of it. Which, when we talk about season 2. There was a slavery thing that had the fake weebs, the far left weebs, the cancel culture freaking out over season 2. They freaked out over a slavery thing. Oh my God, this show, what is it doing? And it's nothing. Absolutely nothing. They
freaked out over that and not child slaves.
No.
Okay, yeah, I don't believe them.
Well,
not just child slaves, animal abuse, because they're beast people, and then they also took a sacred beast.
Yeah, who is a
molests.
Well, no. Rudy doesn't. He just wants to pet it, but apparently it turns out that it's a female and it likes him. He just wants to pet the
female.
They make it clear it's a female at one point. They make it clear.
I heard them say that he just wants to pet it, and it's like, why do you have such lustful intentions with this?
And they're not really talking about him. They don't understand it, and he just likes petting the fluffy dog.
Yeah, it's a fluffy dog. It's a big fluffy dog.
The dog really, really likes him.
Yes.
It really likes him. But they saved those kids because they murdered one. And Ruijerd says, yeah, we got to kill these guys. We're going to kill these guys. I think we got to kill these guys. The meme. I think we got to kill these guys. And Rudy's ready to do it. But then Ruijerd says, no. I'll take care of this. Problem is, miscommunications.
Yes.
The Abyss tribe come to rescue their kids, but find Rudy there playing with the dog. And they think he's attacking their dog. So they throw him in jail. And then here's the comedy comes back. Hi, I'm living in this low-rent cage with a toilet hole in the floor and food and flies, and I'm lying there naked. When Geese comes in there, gets thrown away with him, Rudy's just lying there on there thinking, hi, hello, new guy. How are you? I was like,
I'm the boss now.
Yeah, naked 12-year-old just lying there. Because Rudy's 12 at this point. They were on the Demon Continent for 2 years. They were there for a while. So just naked 12-year-old just lying there. And it's weird, but it's just weird.
They make it really weird.
They make it really weird.
They make it really weird at a moment when you think something else is happening.
He's just giving a massage.
It turns out he's just getting a massage.
Well, also because Geese realizes that's his boss's son. He realizes that that's Paul's kid, and he's there to support him now. Also because Rudy is impressive as he is. Then, of course, the slavers attack, and Rudy decides that's it. No more fucking around. We're getting out of here. And then all misunderstandings are fixed. Ruijerd and Eris arrive, and stuff happens. Go ahead.
Ruijerd and Eris arrive, but it also it was Rudius ends up saving like everybody there and taking on the smuggler who brought them there. The guy who's in charge, he's a master of like this North style.
There's 3 sword styles, which Paul is a master of all 3. Which we don't realize until very soon that Paul truly is a mega fucking badass.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
not quite king, because he can't beat Ghislaine, but he's a badass.
Yes. But you have Rudius, the Sacred Beast, and Geese all teaming up to take on this one dude. And that Sacred Beast, I love the whole Beast Village arc. I love that little bit.
It's good.
And then they say a thing that when the Sacred Beast grows up enough, it'll go out to find the hero and be its aid. And I think that's a sign that it's going to go hunt down Rudius and be with Rudius.
It's a possibility now. Yeah, it's a definite possibility. But there's a lot of important stuff, and we learned that it's Ghislaine's village that she left, and Ghislaine used to be just a horrible little creature until she got taken away and became the sword king that she is. So it's a lot of more great character stuff there.
I think I know who took her away.
I'm not sure.
I think it was Orsted?
Orsted?
Orsted.
I don't think so.
I think Orsted's the one that took her away.
You can't quite see it. It's one of those times where they don't quite show you. There's a scar on the dude's face, but there's no mention if Ghislaine has any history with Orsted, though. That's the thing. There's no mention of that. So,
but we also haven't had a whole lot with Ghislaine.
Not yet. Well, you don't get much. You get a little bit towards the end of season 1, and Ghislaine does not appear in season 2. She does not.
So I think it was Orsted.
She gets referenced though.
I think Orsted's the one that took her away.
Who knows?
If not, the guy that hero that was up there might have also been the one that took her away.
No, he hasn't been off the roof. He hasn't been off his castle for 400 years, and that was only a couple of decades ago. So
then I'm gonna stick with Orsted doing it.
It's fine. Listen, I'm not gonna argue with you because you predicted something else on a different show that I hate you got right, and I hated you got right when it finally came true. I was like, motherfucker, Derby got that right. Damn it! I won't tell you what it is because you haven't gotten that far.
No, I figured it out.
Oh,
it was like the only thing that I predicted. Then I started watching that show again. It's like, oh, it's that. Yeah, I was right.
Yeah, it pissed me off. I hate you figured that shit out because I did. I was rewatching after you said it, and I realized, oh fuck, he's right. And then there it was in season 5. I was like, God damn it. Anyway, different discussion for a different time where he's going to get to do a victory dance, and I have to stand here and let him do it. Anyway. Beast Arc again brings everybody closer because then right after that, Rudy stumbles back to Paul, and that is a rough couple of episodes there because you learn what Paul's been doing for the past 3 years, and
Paul's gone into a bit of his own depression.
He spiraled hard, and he really was a scumbag in that moment because he was not a good dad there. And
he wasn't a good dad. You're right.
Here's the thing. Paul's a good dad too.
Entirely wrong.
He wasn't wrong but then again, even though we know Rudy is an adult man in his mind, he's an adult man who was still essentially a man-child though.
Mm-hmm.
So he wouldn't think like that, because the thing about Rudy is that he is an adult man, but he's still a child. So he's learning how to be a man, even though he already was a man. It's a very weird way to say it, but I think you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
He's learning how to be a proper man this whole time. So even in that situation, he didn't think to look for other people, because he had a singular focus: protect Eris,
protect Eris in this awful conditions. The demon continent is not a good continent.
Lays it out for Paul. Yeah, Paul, you're a badass here in the Midland, but you wouldn't last 5 seconds in the Beast continent, in Demon continent. You wouldn't last. You would, because it's hellscape. It's a hellscape up there. And Rudy, yes, he have the best of all bodyguards possible. Yes, he did. But
is he a genius? Yes.
Yes. But he doesn't have, at this point, Rudy doesn't have full perspective on stuff yet. So
even though he's that 44-year-old dude, he's still a kid, and he's in a continent where he's tasked to protect this one person.
Yeah.
In a continent that's designed to kill you.
Yeah.
It's not like going to Australia and not the good parts of Australia.
And even though Eris is capable of protecting herself, she's not clever. The thing about Eris is that Eris, you can read her like a book. There's no guile to Eris. Her emotions she wears her thoughts and emotions and feelings on her sleeve. There's no fake with Eris. She's passionate, she cares, and she doesn't hide it.
She was willing to kill Paul.
She was willing to kill Paul. Yes, exactly. She's willing to kill anybody that insults Rudy. Because to her, Rudy is the best of us. Because of everything he's done for her. And it's fine. And because when we get to that part, she does love him. She is in love with him. She has been.
And technically during this part, episode 24 also takes place, where she goes out to do the whole goblin saying, and you see just how devoted she truly is.
Yeah, the OAV. Yeah, the I hate it when they do that. Why couldn't that have been slotted in?
I agree.
The regular episodes. Why do that?
I agree. Just slide it on in. But that episode right there, that shows you that she's truly devoted to him, and no other mage will ever be enough for her.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter how skilled that mage is, they're not him.
Yeah, because he's special, and also because Rudy is a good guy. He's a perverted gooner, but he's a good guy. And listen, we're all ogling. I mean, at the Beast Tribe thing, he's hiding in a box with a hole, spying on the girls while they're bathing. And
it turns out that one of them's his
daughter. Wait till you meet the older daughter. There's another one. There's another one. You're gonna get there. You're getting close. It's good stuff. But yeah, so Eris wears everything on her sleeve. There's no covering up. And that's to me what is attractive to her, that she's honest. There's no lying with her. The problem is she doesn't know how to convey normal thoughts. She's not dumb. She's just not. She doesn't understand subtlety. And that's what the problem is. But during the whole Paul thing, they all get involved, and Paul is a scumbag because you're right. He's both right and wrong, but also he should have realized that's your son
that you haven't seen in years.
Yeah, and he survived. And
to the other point, I don't know if he knew how to check messages at the guild.
He didn't. I mean,
those things like,
he
said go check it there.
Yeah, but
how is he supposed to know? What if he never got there? What if he never stopped by a guild at all?
And the guild on the Demon Continent wouldn't have it because it's Demon Continent.
Well, they might have it. I don't know how that.
No, they wouldn't. No, the letter would not have gotten there at all. I don't think the letter would have gotten there at all.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because he didn't know he was on the Demon Continent. So it was all sent to Midland Continent guilds. But as soon as Rudy got back, he got kidnapped by the Beast Tribe. He got kidnapped by the Beast Tribe.
He's never had a chance to do anything.
Never had a chance, exactly. It was for one thing after another. And then he tried to do the right thing because he thought somebody's being kidnapped because he's been involved in that shit enough now. And he just got involved in that kind of stuff. But then it's a really good thing, though, the way him and Paul reconcile.
And you do see that Paul, he's a scumbag. He's being, I would say, slightly a bad father.
He's a bad dad to Rudy, but he's a good dad to his daughters.
Oh, he loves his daughter.
Yeah, he's a daddy's
through
girl.
And through.
He's a daddy's girl. His daughters they get higher priority. But even though we're going to learn that Aisha is actually as smart as Rudy is, she's a clever little one. She's a smart little one. I love that arc though when they go to rescue Aisha and Lelia. I love. I should know his name. The second prince, the blessed child with mega strength. I love that guy. Third prince. That dude is great, and he becomes loyal to Rudy. He is because of the
Rudius.
Now we haven't talked about it. Rudy has a hobby. He builds statues, and his very first true creation was a layered Roxy statue that was partially nude. If you figured out how to unlock it, and this guy found that statue, and he fell in love with not only artistry. Well, most of the artistry, but the idea of it, and that was hysterical.
Yes,
that's it. It brings humor to a tense moment. The show is really good about bringing humor at the right moment. We're talking proper, and not MCU humor, which destroys all the seriousness of the scene. No, it's right at the right moment, and it nails it. It relieves the tension, and then we get serious again because that dude just walks to his brother's room, grabs him by the hand, just drags him. I love that. It's so cool. Much fun.
We could actually even get into this because after Paul and Rudy reconciled, the first thing they end up doing after asking about
Man God,
where to start finding some people, they go over to
essentially a very Asian kingdom.
It's like China mixed with India,
it's with
not
Japan. A little bit.
Maybe,
I saw pagodas.
Maybe some architecture, but it's predominantly more Chinese mixed with India.
Well, they always do that. There's always the Asianish country in a fantasy world in anime. There's always one. Yes,
but that is
Sharon.
Where,
I think it's called Sharon.
It is Sharon. Yeah. And that is where the maid and the other sister,
Layla and Aisha are there. And Man God says, don't tell her who you are. Don't do that. Even though she figures it out because
she figured it out real quick.
She's clever. And it's so funny. She thinks she has such a poor opinion of Rudy because she found the holy relic.
The holy relic.
Roxy's
panties.
The panties. Roxy's panties.
My brother's a pervert.
What? Aisha's my favorite of the two sisters. I like Aisha better than Norn. Norn has her issues, but I like Aisha better because she's such a good sister.
With Norn, we haven't really dealt a whole lot.
I have. I have.
Okay.
You're gonna get there. The Norn stuff is a lot more, but the Norn stuff is actually really good. It's complicated and good. I can't talk about it yet, but Aisha, I love Aisha because she's such a good sister. She's so happy and positive, and she just wants to be a maid for her brother. I want to be your. At one point, she goes, "I want to be your maid.
I want to be your maid." And my mommy told me I'll have a beautiful body to service
my
master with.
Oh, service men, not
service
master.
Men with
men. It's not master. She did not try to pimp her to her brother. She didn't try to do that. You got to be very careful because there's a lot of almost incest in this series. Almost incest, but not quite. But all this crazy shit
there's
happened.
No incest with the maid mom.
No,
they are not related. So do you know
they are not? Listen, it would have been fine. I would have let Layla teach me the ways of being a man.
Mm-hmm.
When she reunites with him after Aisha, it's like, Layla, I feel you behind me. It's just a close up, her massive tits just pushed up again.
That's a very nice scene, but at the same time, that's a very meaningful scene because it's the first time truly, like, even with Paul and Rudy have this
tense.
It's a tense, but it is like a father-son relationship. So it's not like it's respect and honor and stuff like that right there. When he got Aisha. When he gets Aisha showing him true love and affection.
That's true. That's sibling affection. Aisha. Wait. Layla or Aisha?
Layla.
Oh, mother. Layla.
Yeah,
Layla's the mother. Yeah.
When Layla's holding him, that's true, like, motherly love. Even though she's not his mother, she does care for him a lot.
I do love her flashbacks though. I remember as a child, even when he was in it, he would always look at me, and they got that look at baby Ruta going, eh. Just ogling her incredible body. It's like,
Yes.
eh. I'm less than a year old, and I know what titties are.
Feed me.
Unapologetic gooner, and I love
Yes.
him for it. But he rescues Layla and Aisha, sends them back to Paul, and he does that, and then they're still off on their own. They still got to get back, take Eris home.
Mm-hmm.
And they finally get there to discover the truth that it is devastated.
Well, prior to getting there, they go to the mountains.
Orsted. And at that point, I mean, that's right when Ruijerd says to Eris, "You're a warrior now," because she landed a blow on him.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a warrior now. She's so excited because she loves to be praised. She loves to praise.
And I do think that the Orsted stuff is fucking perfect.
Oh, it's so...
it was required.
That's what I was going to say. This is what separates a top tier series where you have a hero who is overpowered but has earned it in growth. They have to be properly humbled. And as the man God eventually says, if Orsted wasn't basically gimped by his 4 curses, he could destroy the world.
Yes,
he could destroy the world.
He is the strongest of the old gods. Even
though he's number 2 after the technique god, he would beat him in a straight up fight. And Orsted, and here's the thing, they almost got out of it clean. But because Rudy doesn't have a soul of that world, he's not instinctively afraid or in awe.
This is also when we learn about curses and stuff like this.
Yeah.
Where Orsted has these curses that if you see him, you're terrified. Doesn't matter what you are. You could be a red dragon,
which we saw.
Strongest of them all. The moment you lay eyes on him, you are scared and you're running away.
You're either terrified or in awe. It's one of the two. And we know that probably Ruijerd and Eris were in awe because they are warriors and they were in front of the most pure warrior in their world. But Rudy doesn't have a soul from that world. So he was just like, hey, what's this guy? And then he lets it slip. I know, man, God.
Immediately goes to try to kill you.
Because of some grudge that neither one of them knows why anymore. You learn that later. They don't even know why.
And Orsted takes out Ruijerd. He took out Ruijerd fast, which is terrifying.
It was just an exchange, and he's using, and it's all hands. It was all hand versus spear, and then Eris, and he says to Eris,
up to this point, Ruijerd, any battle Ruijerd Ruijerd always won.
And go to the mark. Ruijerd had said, I hoped one day to challenge one of the gods and find out. Well, here was his moment. And he got annihilated, knocked the fuck out. And then with Rudy in trouble, Eris, without a second thought, charged in. Then Orsted is a great line. Eris, you have such great potential, but you have yet to be polished. And he just knocks her out, lets her live because it's fine. And during all this, you get that little drop. Paul Greyrat only had 2 children. So there's something going on here where Orsted, he has some sort of temporal thing going on here where he sees all things, both past and present, I think. It's not really defined yet. But Paul Greyrat was only supposed to have 2 daughters, not a son. Rudy's an aberration in this world. He's not supposed to be. And we don't know why. We don't know who it was yet. And Orsted compliments him because Rudy lets out a nasty couple of spells at him.
Rudy does almost break that mirror
spell. He gets one scratch on the cheek. Gets one scratch. But then Orsted says, yeah, but you're done. Right through the chest. But then his companion Nanahoshi says, wait a minute.
That's her name?
Nanahoshi, yes.
Didn't know.
They say it there. No, they say it He says, what is it, Nanahoshi?
Oh.
They say her name right there. I haven't spoiled anything. They say her name. He says, what is it, Nanahoshi? And she starts to say something and Rudy passes out. Then we find out that Orsted healed him, brought him back to life.
He was dead.
He was DED dead.
Dead.
He was DED dead.
This was a serious moment because, like you were saying, superpowered character. All of them were incredible fighters, barely ever lost. I'd say the only other time they actually got like beat up a little bit was when Rudius was battling the North God style smuggler, because he did get beat up, but was
because he's a mage, not melee. And
yes.
I mean, Rugerd would have owned that guy. Eris probably would have given that guy a good run for his money. If she was there, would have been easier. But
this was just pure. I'm going to nullify your magic. I'm going to use physical fucking force on you, and I'm going to end you.
Yeah.
And being faced with that, and I really, looking back at it, I like when they give us this scene too, because it's the fourth to last episode, because 24 is the OVA.
Yeah.
But the more or less the fourth or third to last episode, so you get the humbling where they're just kicked the fuck down.
They've endured and survived all this shit, and you run into the worst possible person you can run into.
Yeah.
The one single person in this world that will fuck you up.
And then you go to the village and
and one cool thing though, on the way there, Rudy says, I'm going to learn for what just happened, how to dispel magic.
Yep. And then Rugerd leaves.
Because he completed what he said he would do. He got them home.
Yeah.
But it's a bittersweet farewell. Because Rugerd has what's happened is now the curse is lifting, because we see Man God comes back and kind of smooths things over with Rudius, saying, yeah, you know what, I'm sorry about that. I can't see where he is. I wouldn't have sent you in that direction if I knew that Orsted was going to be there. Sorry about that, bro. And you're not dead though. You're alive. Don't worry. But that's a great moment where Rudy is basically going, yeah, you know what? I gave it the best shot I could. I'm not unhappy. I lived. I didn't regret anything. And I'm ready for afterlife. Oh, no, you're not dead. Not dead. But yeah, so now you get bittersweet moments where Rugerd leaves, but you see he goes forward and he's carried the lessons he's learned. And people are now starting, because he learned from Man God that curses can be lifted over time. And they've done all the right things.
And transitioned onto other people. So the Superbs were cursed by the demon guy
through the spears.
So by shaving off his hair and doing good things, he has been lifted.
Now all that's left is prejudiced. That's all that's left, and he's slowly making that go away. And we see that that Rugerd's going to be okay. Rugerd's going to be fine. He's going to go out and do good, but he's not going to be berserk good. It's tempered now. And it's cool. It's cool.
And I think a lot of what we're about to see also plays into how Rudius gets to where he is, because you have Rugerd leave. You then go to the
we go to the encampment.
You go to the encampment, and you see Muscle Mom.
Ghislaine is back, which is great for everybody. That's great that Ghislaine's okay. Yeah. But here's the problem now. We learned that the entire Boreas household is gone because they're either dead or executed for the failures of what happened. Yeah. Unjustly so. Which is why we're going to learn why we support the princess and what she wants to do.
I already support the princess because I remembered sniveling fat dude was there smiling when he got Lord Boreas was told like somebody important was going to be taking care of him. And it's like, oh, you're a bad dude. You're a bad dude. I can see it on your face. You're bad people.
Yeah. So that's a corrupt kingdom. The king and and her brothers are corrupt, and she is a just person. You're going to get more of her in season 2. So you get that, but then of course the steward of Eris's household wants to marry her off to another faction of the Grey Rat houses, and nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
Except him.
Except him.
He only cares about
stability.
The family.
He just cares about stability of the land, and he sees this is the best way. It's the needs of the many. It says he's doing needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And he sees stability of the land requires turning over our power to another branch of the Grey Rat bloodline. And the only way we could do that is if she becomes a concubine. Now, she's 15, so she's technically an adult in this world now. because we learn a few minutes later that she turned 15 on their latest trip from seeing Paul and crew from Chirone to where they are now. And Eris comes to Rudius in the night there, and she effectively seduces him.
Oh, yeah. My mom told me to say this line. It will always get men to do what you want. I'm a little kitty. Meow.
And that Rudius was resisting because he said, you said wait till I'm 15.
Plus, he also
years.
feels like it's taking advantage. You know, he's trying to do the right thing.
I mean, she just found out her grandfather got executed, her parents did, and that's the right thing to do. She's a little up. She's not in a good place. You're taking advantage. She's not in the right head. But no, Eris knew what she wanted. She said, and here's the important line there: I want a family, and I'm going to start a family with you. Yeah, and it's a. They may both be children, but what happens there has been earned the entire back half of the first season.
That's right. Kids fucking.
Well, you know what I mean.
I had to make it weird.
I know. But you know what I mean. Them coming together was earned for their relationship.
And it was also both Rudius's first fucking times.
Yeah.
It's this actually like really good moment, even if it's a little.
It's touching.
Yeah, it's a touching moment.
And here it is. It's not done with smut because there's the whole goblet falling through. You could the imagery, you understand the imagery when you see it. It's very clear, but it's tasteful. You're not seeing two kids going at it.
Yes.
It's done tastefully. And
then
Rudius wakes up in the morning. He is king of the world. Got a little comedy, but then we have a problem. Eris bolted in the night with Ghislaine. Left him a letter. She didn't just leave. But the problem is, and as we've been alluding to this point now, Eris just says, I'm not a good match for you. The problem
that's not what she said. She said, we're not a good match right now.
We're not a good match right now. But she really meant her. Because then we get her monologue as her and Ghislaine are walking along the road and killing shit. She praises Rudius from top to bottom, how great is everything. And she says, I'm not worthy of him. I need to be a better person.
I need to become stronger to be at his level.
At his side.
I fucking forgot his name again. Orsted. That Orsted fight also fucked with her.
Yeah.
She saw how strong Rudius was, but she could not land a single hit on him.
Here's the thing.
Screwed with her head.
She is a prodigy. She's a fighting genius. She is to be at 13, 15, to be that strong at her age, being trained by a sword king, Ghislaine. Eris has the potential, I believe, to get to the top level, the highest level of fighter in that world. I believe that's where she's heading. That's what I think. But she's not there yet. But she knows as long as she relies on Rudius, she will not get there. She'll always go to him for help first. She needs to be stronger to protect him, to protect their family. And she leaves, but she doesn't make it clear. Because that's what we said. She's not good with words.
She's not good at words. And then, to be fair, Rudius never lets on.
He wasn't prepared for that kind of intimacy.
And also, he wasn't prepared for the intimacy. Plus, he never tells the others his big weakness, which is he's a depressed individual. He's super depressed inside.
He can always get pushed over the edge. He's been trying to be better, and in that moment, he reverts. In that moment,
he goes back to neat.
In that moment, he reverts. It's you see the bubble. He's underwater essentially. He's reliving his past, but then he snaps out of it because his mom's still out there. Zenith is still out there. Got to find his mom. And he's still depressed. Oh, I mean, you've seen beginning of season 2. He is still massively depressed.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you now, because it takes him a while to really find a balance.
At the beginning of season 2, he's more or less ready to die. He might still be like an incredible fighter. He's ready to just fucking die. Because
that's the problem. Even though he was a man in the world, he never had that intimacy. And it's that classic thing. Don't let that first fuck with your mind like that. But he wasn't prepared for it. Because, maybe if he'd waited a couple more years, he might have been prepared for it. But at that moment, he wasn't. Eris was, but she didn't express herself properly. So she destroys him. She destroys him. And it's sad because it's a misunderstanding.
All of it is an honest mistake.
Yeah.
He didn't know what was going to come from it.
And
he truly thinks that she hates him right now. And
he thinks he did something wrong.
He thinks that he's a
doesn't
failure.
know.
And then at the same time, I do want to point out, like, she did this not just after, the first fuck and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Reacher just left.
Their support system is gone.
The whole entire support system is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And even though that butler dude might be trying to help out, he's not good at it. He's a jick. He's a jackass.
No, he's a bureaucrat. He's a bureaucrat.
Yeah, he's a bureaucrat jackass who I immediately hate because he's a bureaucrat jackass.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. He doesn't actually care. His way to motivate fucking Rudius is everybody else is suffering as well. Get over yourself, which is not.
And that doesn't work.
No.
And fortunately, and you're going to there's more of this in season 2 where Rudius, we get deeper into his old shut-in psyche and stuff like that because it's going to come back. He's not going to fully deal with this until the end of the first half of season 2. He doesn't fully come to a complete understanding and actually get saved.
Does his dick start working again after that point?
That's when it starts working again.
Okay. We're making a joke. It is at the beginning of season 2.
Yeah, all right. For a little tease season 2, Eris fucked with his head so much unintentionally, he's impotent. He cannot get it up.
He wants to.
And for a gooner, that's the kiss of death, man.
He gets gifted 2 very beautiful women.
One on a regular date, and the other one a fantastic whore, who is understanding, who wasn't just doing. She was ready and willing, because it wasn't just the pay. She was repaying a good deed he did for her family. Point is, and funny thing is, we'll talk about season 2. The whole ED thing is handled very well in season 2. You're going to get to the back. You're heading to the back half of season 2, part 1 right now, where all this stuff comes to fruition. But Rudius will learn to live with it. Is the problem? He exercises a lot.
Oh yeah,
he's working out a lot. He's working out a lot because what else are you going to do?
And I will say, not to talk about season 2, I really wish that he would join the Broken Arrows. I wish he would.
I didn't like those guys. I think
it was a perfect thing that he needed at
it's
the time.
Better. What happens is better, though. Better things are going to happen.
What I am sad, though, that, and this is, I know season 2, it's at the very beginning, the disbanding of Dead End. That hurts.
Yeah. It's because that's the end of it for him. That part of his life is over, but he has to move on. And the whole, as we get in season 2, the whole part of this is Rudius trying to learn about moving on and understanding things better. And even in season 2, he's still hurt by Eris a lot because he doesn't get it. There's a particular conversation, which you're not going to get to until the second half of season 2, that maybe starts to help him put it in place. Now, there's a theory I have, but I think I'll save that to tell it to you when we're done with this, because I think
I have a theory that
it's an Eris theory that I just came to today because I was looking at something.
Okay, I don't have that. I have it. I think this is just a writing theory. Whatever towards the end of the story, whenever they're about to start confronting whatever the big bad is, Dead End is going to come back together, because there ain't no way you're not leaving Regerd and all them.
I can't. Listen. You're going to see Regerd again in season 2. You see him again, but it's brief. But there's a lot of season 2 really slows down where you are now. You're going to get a little bit of action, but it's going to slow down because there's a lot of new characters are about to be introduced, and a lot of work's going to go on, and another character is going to come back, who I think you're aware of already. So it's a whole thing is about to happen. It's about healing Rudy, both physically and mentally.
I just want the return of Dead End right now.
You're not going to get it. You're not getting it. I can tell it that you're not getting Dead End. You're getting a lot of other cool shit, though. Trust me. Some really cool shit's happening in the second half of season 2. But there's a lot. But I can't spoil it. See, I keep talking.
Listen, I might still be the one that wants him to get with Sylvie, okay? Because best friend, and that's who I am. Well, but at the same time, Eris.
Listen. Oh yeah, listen. No, there's one major spoiler out there. If you just put in Jobless Reincarnation image search, you get the biggest fucking spoiler in the world. The cover of Volume 26. It's the biggest fucking spoiler in the world, which I knew about years ago. I knew about that years ago when I was researching because I saw it coming. As soon as I watched season 2, I know where this is all going. By the end of season 2, you'll understand what I'm saying. But either way, so you end season 1, Rudy's in a bad place, but he pulls himself up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go find my mom. We're not done here. And then I finished watching season 1 yesterday, and I've just been, when I wasn't working on Starfleet Academy, I've been watching season 2. Because I needed to have fun when watching Starfleet.
You needed something to help heal you.
And I'll be honest, I really am enjoying the second rewatch all the way through. But and I was telling this to Derm before we went live tonight. I screwed up. I thought season 3 was dropping in the summer. It doesn't drop till the fall. But the current cover of season 3, it's a close up of a charging Eris.
Ooh,
so Eris is coming back finally in season 3. The return of Eris. And everything that will go with that. And I have a very large theory that I'll tell you after we're done here, because we haven't covered enough of season 2 for me to put that theory to everybody. But it's a theory I have of something that happened in this time off. Because especially now, when we go into season 2, Rudy is 13 at the start of season 2. Season 2 is going to cover about a 4-year period all the way through.
Well,
a 4-year period.
I may or may not have known that because I went goon hunting. I did see.
How can you not with the ladies of this show? And listen, it was harder back in the day when the show first came out. There was no goon material yet. There wasn't.
I found a particular story that tries to interlay it with the real story.
Mm-hmm.
Just time jumping a lot.
Yeah.
And I did see somebody got a lot of maybe may or may not have grown exponentially.
Some people
left her.
Possibly. You may maybe you might be being lied to. I'm not sure. I might guess you might be being lied to. I saw
Eris got some titties.
Oh no. Eris is her mother's daughter.
Yes.
Eris is very much her mother's daughter. I've seen the actual illustrations for the manga and the light novel stuff that go with it. Eris, listen, Eris embodies all that which great gray rat men want. She embodies it all. Either way, but there's a lot left to the story. I think season 3 will probably be the final season because there are 26 volumes to this one, and pretty much seasons 1 and 2 cover up through, I believe, volume 15 or 14, something like that. So season 3 will probably cover the remainder. So season 3 is probably good because the story's over. It finished. This is a completed story.
Depends on. I'll say this. It depends on how they put it out. It could be 2 seasons.
Well, they might split it. As I'm looking at it right now, let me go to my live chart real quick. Fall. No. It's bright. I don't like when it's this bright. I didn't dim the. Here it is. Oh no, it is summer. It is summer. They moved it. July. That's not that far away. Here. Oh, I can't share it. Hang on, wait a minute. Almost made the mistake. Hold on.
You almost showed your. I'm not going to say that word.
No, I can't share Firefox on StreamYard anymore. I can't share Firefox. I can only share stupid Chrome. So here we are. See, there it is. Right there. Season 3.
Ooh.
There it is. There's close-up of Eris. Right next to Reincarnated Slime, season 4, part 2. Because see, season 4, part 1 is over here. So I can't watch that until 4. Yay. I can't watch. I don't get to watch it till September. I have to wait. That's going to be a 24-season episode on Slime. There's some other good ones.
Season 2 as well.
What?
Clevitus season 2.
Yeah, Clevitus season 2. This one's a good one from Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman. Season 1, that was a good one. I like that one.
We're eating good in the anime.
There's a lot of great anime over for the next 6-7 months. What? Where?
Demons of the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, this one looks pretty cool. There's a lot. The summer's going to be pretty good. A lot of good stuff here.
We be eating good this year, guys.
Yeah,
we
there's
be eating good.
if I go here, let me see if I go over here. Oh, Reincarnated Sword in the fall. That's a good one. There was one other one here I wanted to show you that I know you'll like to see is coming.
Oh, and I will say I'm gonna have to start.
Year.
I'm gonna have to start watching Digimon.
Oh, the new one.
The new one, because I got to see what the first Digivolution for our new Digimon is. For the first time in fucking years. Years, I'm telling you.
Years.
We have an actual cool Digivolution. Not something that's not a taller, slimmer version of the same thing. No, this is an actual monster. And I love it.
Digivolve 2.
I am all on board with it.
We're getting a new Ghost in a Shell.
I was looking at that. That looks. I never got into Ghost in the Shell.
Standalone Complex is excellent. Standalone Complex seasons 1 and 2 are excellent. Everything else is kind of crap.
What's coming out in the spring?
Let's see.
Because that starts.
Angel Next Door season 2. The Angel. That's a nice little happy rom-com. Nice little happy one. Season 1 is great. I'll zoom in a little bit here.
I got a cheat skill. That looks good. Oh, yeah. I need to get caught up in One Piece because we're supposed to start getting Elbath here soon.
Oh, Wisteria Wand, Sword Season 2. Hell fucking yeah. That's
ReZero.
Yeah, ReZero Season 4. And I believe, was it a two-parter? Hang on. Let me see. No, not two-parter. So it's a single shot. Still Season 4.
And then,
give me my rem.
I got that.
Oh, look at beginning after the end, Season 2.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Stone, Season 3, Part 3.
I need to finish Season 3, Part 2 still.
It's got such a good ending. That's gonna make you all get all misty.
I love how I pressured Adam into watching Dr. Stone, and then he.
Well, you didn't so much pressure me. It was one of the things where I ran out of shit to watch, and I'm like, fuck it, I need something. I hear it's okay, and it is a fun show. It is a fun show. It is a fun one. Okay, well, hello. Wait.
Big boobies.
Yes. So that Demon Shadow Realm, that's a two-parter. So that starts with the spring.
Ooh, that you saw. Good. That looks
that
good.
One. Finally, My Hero Academia epilogue. I've been waiting
to watch with you.
I have to wait. I'm not going to finish it till I get the epilogue. I don't know what happens. I have dodged it.
I know what happens in the epilogue. It's a good epilogue, but I only know it because Silver's a jackass. Even though he's my best friend, he's a jackass.
Hey, you know what? Silver sent me that keychain he made.
Oh, he did?
It's on the way. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So that's cool. Thank you, Silver.
I have my pin. He made me a pin, and I forgot where I put it.
I got the keychain. I got my Viper keychain from Final Fantasy 14.
I have a Reaper pin that was going to put on my mic, but I put it somewhere.
So spring's looking good. Right now, ending up the fall, ending up the winter here. Still a lot of good stuff here.
There's a lot of good stuff.
That's the conclusion too, dude.
I have not been watching it.
I'm waiting
on right now.
I'm waiting.
If you guys haven't checked out Jack of All Trades, Party of None, again, there's some good boobas.
I've got
there's not a whole lot of like.
Well, 3 weeks. I can watch it in 3 weeks.
There's not a whole lot of fan service. But like there's big chested ladies, obviously.
Yeah, so it's obviously
a good story.
Yeah.
The other thing, is it on here?
What?
Scroll up.
They're all on here. We got Fate.
I need to get into Fate.
Wait, here's the Digimon.
Where is? I need to watch the Digimon.
That's down here.
Where is that?
This one? Dead Account?
Yeah, Dead Account. Dead Account.
Yeah.
Is fucking
I got
good, guys.
4 weeks on that one. Only episode 8 tomorrow. So I got 4 weeks.
Dead Account is really good. I highly suggest people check it out.
Somebody got really gay this season. A lot of girls love this season.
There's a lot of girl love, but there's also a lot of like
badassery.
Great shit.
That's some badassery.
And obviously, Hell's Paradise season 2. I'll let you know. There's that Sentence to Be a Hero.
I'm looking at that one too.
I've seen the animation from it is beautiful. So
this is what I'm most looking forward to. Fire Force Conclusion.
I want to check out that Chain Soldier.
Oh, season 1, you want? Season 1 is fantastic. It's got everything.
Okay, I will definitely be checking that out. And I will say,
I recommend if you've never seen it, the Love is War series is just funny. Love is
Okay.
War is funny. So I'm going to check this one out.
I will check out fucking Frieren season 2. I'm not a Frieren simp. I think it's a good anime. I'm just not a simp.
You mentioned it now. Here's what I'm going to say. I'll be watching Frieren out of obligation because
that's kind of where I'm at.
I have to be able to talk about it. A lot of people praise Frieren for its world and its slow pace and how it's not about saving the world, it's about people. Jobless Reincarnation is that and better.
Yes. I would prefer Jobless Reincarnation over Frieren.
Jobless Reincarnation is everything Frieren is and better, but it doesn't get the hype that Frieren got for some reason. Am I wrong? It's everything Frieren is. Everything.
No. Look, the intro, even like the intro for Frieren, I'll be honest, like season 1, that part 1 intro is pretty damn good. The intro for Jobless Reincarnation does not exist. Because what it is, every episode is here's music, or you have to watch. You actually don't get an intro until season 2. You don't get a real intro until season 2.
I
don't even think I'm at a real intro part.
Yeah, you don't get it. You'll get one. Suddenly, it'll be there. Now, once you get to the point, you get an actual intro, but there's no intro.
You have to actually watch the show, and even though it seems goofy and the story is so
it's got all the world building, all the emotional character stuff, all the things that everybody praises Frieren for. It's all in the Jobless Reincarnation. It's all there.
I don't fully disagree. I think a lot of people simp over Frieren way too much. There's some good dialogue, don't get me wrong.
Frieren's not a bad show. Okay, I complain about it's not a bad show, but it's not this epic show that everybody pretends it is. Or they turn it all, you know what part of this? They turned it into meme culture. That's part of the problem. They turned Frieren into meme culture. There's some good
memes in there, and some good lines, but at the same time, it's not there yet.
Yeah.
It hasn't earned its spot. You guys are just propping it up there. And I hate my biggest complaint with Frieren is everybody that goes like, it's the story after the story. No, it's another story. If you can fucking figure out what they're doing, they're already setting it up. The Demon King is going to come back, and guess what? This time it's going to be Fern that has to kill the Demon King.
Yeah. There's Frieren, it's not the story after story. That's the best way to put it. It's not, because there's always another story. And guess what? It's been done before. Maybe not to this level, maybe not to where there's so many people looking at it, but it's been done before. You can go out there and find these things. And Frieren gets too much hype and too many people memeing it, too many people quoting it onto X and stuff like that. And I challenge somebody who likes Frieren to go watch all of Jobless Reincarnation that exists right now and tell me that it doesn't do the same thing, but better.
But they'll probably be like, it's too goony. It's too goony.
Motherfuckers, how many times do you get a shot of Fern's chest when you're looking up at it? All the fucking time.
But it's presented tastefully.
So what? It's still there. Her chest is still prominent all the goddamn time and pointed out all the time.
I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I'm just giving you what their arguments
I know. Goonie. Yeah, and you know what? Part of the goonie of Jobless Reincarnation is because Rudius is a gooner. And he is an unashamed gooner, and he's doing what we all want to do. Look at the.
I say this with love. His Japanese version of him is unironically Cloud. I say it with love, but it's Cloud.
So I mean, so that might be a little. I might get a little hate for what I say there, but before Frieren, Jobless Reincarnation is a very popular show, very popular, and you know what? It's finished. It's done.
I believe Frieren's done as well. That's why they always say, like, it's finished. So if
I'm check that right now.
Real quick, when I say what the ending is, I'm doing that by basically I can figure out what they're setting up in season 1. It's staring you in the face. Like they say, there's action in the north where the demons, and you have to go through the Demon King's lair to get to heaven. Ergo, there's weird demon movement again. Demon King's gonna come back. You're gonna have to kill him.
Just make sure I'm EN.
It's just that's just a narrative plot, like logical through line.
All right. No. Oh no, that's the anime. Let's see. 15 volumes. Nope, it's still going.
Oh,
the volumes are still coming. List of volumes. Let me go. So, where it is. Manga. Written by Kanehito Yamada and illustrated by Tsukasa Abe. Hang on, I got to blow my nose real quick. Sorry, hold on. Written by Tsukasa Abe, Frieren Beyond Journey's End debuted in Shonen Manga Weekly Shonen Sunday on April 20th, 2020. As of December, 15 volumes have been released. So the manga has been licensed by another one. So anyway, so it looks like it says on Wikipedia, it says to present. So usually that means it's still going for the manga. As opposed to, I will now put in Jobless Reincarnation. Volumes. 25 listed volumes. November 22nd, 2012 to April 3rd, 2015. So this has been done for a long time. Oh, I'm still off camera. Sorry. It's been done for a long time. So what we're dealing here with is a completed things. And it was a light novel series. And as well as that. So as well as a manga. So it's done. And now it's just a matter of time. So I believe the anime, let's see if it tells me what season 1 covered, just to be sure. Where are we? Okay. Second manga series, spin-offs, anime. So season 1 looks like I was right. It did cover the first half. So essentially, season 1, season 2. Yeah, it looks like season 3 is probably going to be the end. So it looks like it's probably going to be it. So that's great. So we're going to get that conclusion. And dude, and there are Blu-rays available for this. So I will have and I think based upon the final cover of the final volume, I think Jobless is going to stick the landing. I will happily buy the whole thing, put that on my shelf because I enjoy this show so much. Anyway, that's it's a bit it might be a bit of a radical thing to say, but I think Jobless Reincarnation is superior to Frieren in all ways, including fan service there. And it's not complete Gooner fan service because there's no full on no nipple. You're not in full Gooner mode, but it's close enough. But it's I think it's tasteful the way they do it sometimes in terms of when you're throwing some stuff like the actual romantic stuff. Either way, I'm getting off topic, and I don't want to shit on Frieren too much because I don't hate it. I just think it's overrated at this point.
I don't disagree.
It has not earned the status. It has not. And I think. And honestly, it may eventually, but at this point, a lot of people who do it, while they're anime fans, they're not hardcore anime fans. They're dabblers, in my opinion.
Let's be real. Let's be honest here, guys. The same people that simp for
here it comes
Attack on Titan at one point in time, they still want to tell you that it ended good.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers is an anime normie, but even he can tell, yeah, this shit got bad.
Attack on Titan fell apart in that final arc. Fell apart. The mangaka abandoned what they were originally doing and went some weird ass way. But that's a discussion for another time. Because all right, we got nothing else for you guys though. Unfortunately tonight, we don't have anything else.
Yeah, when it comes to One Piece, there was only 2 chapters that released this month. There might have been 3.
I didn't get a chance to read them either. I ran out of time. So
I'm not gonna spoil anything, because there is a big thing that happened. But
I know what it is, though. I know what it is.
Yeah.
Loki's fruit. We found out what Loki's fruit was.
Yeah, you finally see Loki's fruit. Actually, no, like where we left off last time, there was only 2 additional chapters. It's just, hey, we're back in the main. No, 2 additional chapters. We're back in the main line. There was another spoiler that I'm not going to say because I completely forgot, but it involves around Gunko, but I'm not. Until you read it. There was only part of it is also because of the Olympics. They decided not to put out some stuff.
That's fair. That's fair. We might not care about the Olympics, but the rest of the world kind of does, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so that's all we got. All right, Dermy, I'm ready for the game. What do you got for me?
Oh shit! I didn't even prep the game.
You want to do it tomorrow?
Off the top of my head,
I can do it tomorrow. You want to do it tomorrow? I'll give you a day. We'll do it tomorrow night.
Actually, I have my Crunchyroll pulled up here. I can do it right now.
All right. I'll pit my wares while I'll give you a second. I'll give you a second to think on. All right. So, It is 10:45, but I'm not going to do anything else tonight. If you haven't watched it yet, please go watch my Starfleet Academy Episode 8 review. It went out a couple hours before we got started here. Tune in tomorrow for Ball Busters and other live streams I'll be on, including Daily Dives. Saturday, myself, Dermy, Brad, and Jed will be there for Where No Man Wants to Go reviews. And Sunday Roundtable, I don't really have an idea what I'm doing yet. For Roundtable, I had a couple things I know I bookmarked, but I don't know what's going on yet there. I'll have to put that show together. Other than that, stay tuned for more gaming sessions. We are finishing up our first playthrough of Voyager Across the Unknown, and according to the poll running right now in my post tab, and I invite you to go and participate in it. Let me know what you're thinking. Jed started playing around with Star Wars The Old Republic this week. He got super chatted to do so. And I said, would you like some help, being the veteran of the game? So I re-upped for a month. And I got in there and I helped him out a bit. And I want to play a little bit. So I asked you guys if you want me to stream it. And right now, not a lot of votes, but overwhelmingly yes. So we're going to probably do some SWTOR story mode streams of the classes I haven't yet replayed for the chat, as well as probably play with some of the other guys who are diving into. So maybe get some flashpoints in, some adventuring, some stuff like that, help out the other guys. A little bit fun in games. So there we go. Look forward to that. So, all right. So have you got 3?
Yes, I have 3. So to start it off, it's a 12 episode. It's 12 episodes. Okay. Not medieval Japan. Yeah, the samurai era feudal Japan.
Okay.
Brutal anime with samurai and ninjas. Okay. And it's a little supernatural.
That's the first one. That's the first one.
Yeah, that's the first one. The second one, we are gonna go a little bit more modern. Okay, we're gonna go a little bit more modern. Okay. And we're gonna go with where was it? Oh, right here. It's pretty obvious what I'm gonna end up saying when I lay it out. Punk, rap, different take on a hero's journey. Dirty. I was struggling with that one. It's pretty obvious.
It's pretty obvious. Pretty obvious.
The last one I'm going to go with, though, I'll fully admit, it's been a little while since I watched it, but I do like it. I do like it, even how weird and kind of has some issues with the storytelling. Time travel, more or less, kind of a butterfly effect. Time travel, mystery, set in not modern era, but maybe like first part I think was 90s, maybe early 2000s. Second part is set in like 2010s, 2015 era. It has a good story connected to it, even if it kind of has some issues with it. I do like it with how it plays out.
You know what? I'm gonna make this easy for myself, so I don't have to do a lot of heavy lifting. Let's go with Gachakuta. Let's just go with it.
Yes,
I just watched it a month ago, so a couple months ago, so it's easy. I can. It's still fresh. I also have some extra shit I gotta do next month. I gotta write the Star Wars fanfic next month, so give myself a little bit of a lighter load.
I mean, the other one was Hell's Paradise, which was the 12 episode one.
I've never seen Hell's Paradise, so
the only downside to Hell's Paradise is it's censored, and I always tell people it's censored in the worst possible way because it would give you A- fan service.
Well, if there's something uncensored, I usually find it if it's uncensored.
There's no uncensored version.
Oh, there isn't. Oh
no.
Okay.
They removed the nipples of characters.
I hate that.
And it's very off-putting because like the villains that end up showing up, they transition between male and female.
Yeah.
Like they actively do it. So it looks awkward. It's unsettling. The story's great. Yeah. The fighting's fantastic, but it looks unsettling every time that happens. So
yeah.
It's not the end of the world. It's just.
Yeah. All right. So we'll do Gachakuta all 24 episodes.
Yes, let's do all 24.
All right,
because they kind of they all play into each other.
Yeah. Disney Vision, this is not a VTuber stream. This is our anime stream. So save that question for Dermy on one of the.
What's going on with Millie Mick? Oh, I can answer that real quick because it's Melanie Mack. She got married.
Oh, I pity the man.
Yeah, she got married. The guy's a bodybuilder, Asian bodybuilder. Yeah,
Asian.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Anyway, well, maybe she'll go away now. Maybe she'll go away. Anyway, all right, so we're done here. All right, Jeremy, what else you got going on?
What else I got going on? Obviously, Ballbusters tomorrow. Where people please tune in for Ballbusters tomorrow because stuff has to do.
There's an announcement.
Announcements.
There's an announcement. Yes.
So yeah, tune in for that, and then Saturday on Saturday, and then Sundays I'm taking off. If I do anything on Sundays, they're going to be React videos from now on. Just simple little things, AI music or something like that. Just something fun to put out. Keep checking into the channel, constantly covering stuff, having a good old time. So,
all right, there you go. Thank you, everybody across both channels for watching us tonight. We hope you had a good time. Please hit those like buttons, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys next month when we go over Gachai Kuta and do our One Piece roundup because there'll be plenty of chapters to talk about that, and maybe whatever other news maybe comes to the surface, or maybe a question from somebody here and there. So anyway, so thank you, everybody. We will catch you next time. See you on the next live stream. Until then, everybody, take it easy.